In order to survive in the jungle, Borneo's animals have developed some unique adaptations. Some lick their elbows, others jump from tree to tree, and one animal produces some rather special smells. This elusive and solitary individual is a civet. A creature of the night, they are found throughout Asia and Africa. Civets might just secrete the rainforest's oddest odour. Produced from their perineal gland, this strong-smelling scent helps civets communicate between each other. Studying these aromatic animals is DGFC's Meg Evans, and today we're going to be laying some traps to help her with her research.
My name is Megan Evans. I'm from a small town in the US called Kalamazoo, Michigan. My speciality are carnivores. My PhD's focuses on civets. I love that they're inquisitive, that they're curious, that they're brave. It's a wonderful species to look at, answering how all of its ecosystem are faring with these habitat pressures. Even though I love them to bits, it's actually using the science of the civets to answer really pressing questions about how wildlife can actually persist in such a landscape. Knowing more information about how they're surviving is going to help at least fight the fight that needs fighting.
Civets are mostly nocturnal, as we don't want to catch other animals that feed during the day. We're setting the traps just as the sun sets.
All right,
So where can I...
if you want to put the trap this way, right along here.
Yeah.
And then we'll leave it open along the trail. Perfect. So we'll take this and hide all kind of visions of trap.
What are you using as bait?
We're using used cooking oil. It smells like food, but doesn't taste like food. So it's great for getting a carnivore towards the area.
What is this, Meg?
We colloquially call it the squeaker. So it's basically just a hunting lure that I brought from the US. And all it does is when you push the button, it makes a squeak.
Squeaker in.
Yep.
Delicious cooking oil laid. Good to go.
Yeah.
Now we return tomorrow morning and hopefully there'll be a civet in here.
Fingers crossed.
All right. As we headed back to DGFC, we were about to experience just how wild this jungle research centre can be. We've just come back to DGFC and there are elephants everywhere. We've managed to run to a safe area which is surrounded by barbed wire. Have a look here. But there's still elephants everywhere. What are the sort of do's and don'ts?
Right, so we're just going to wait, let the RAs do their job. So they're just going to gently try to push them back into the forest.
The research assistants at DGFC have years of experience dealing with wild elephants, so we're in safe hands. We're surrounded by elephants.
Surrounded by elephants, yeah. So
the elephants just turn around, okay, going back. It was time to make a run for it, back to the centre.
Okay, go, go, go. We made it.
Yeah, are these guys going to be okay?
They got their hands full tonight, but they'll be okay.
After an exciting night, the elephants moved on down the river. We rose early to check on the traps, and as luck would have it, we'd caught a beautiful Malay civet. So what's the first step now?
So we already know we have the civet in the trap. We're going to anesthetize. So we want to put the animal down, let it go to sleep for a few minutes, for its safety and for our safety. So we need Sergio to be here. He's our vet. Once the animal's down, we can go and do whatever we need to do.
Okay. Quite an unusual smell.
So this is that awesome civet smell. It kind of smells like honey, a bit of musk. This here is the scent gland. So that's what the people actually scoop in to get the secretions out of, to make the civetone for the perfume industry.
The scent produced by civets has been widely used in the perfume industry, in a form known as civetone. Although the scent is now synthesized, civets are still kept in parts of Africa to supply the perfume industry with their scent. Scientists aren't 100% sure why civets are so stinky, but it's thought they produce their scent to mark their territory and attract mates.
We're going to take a whole bunch of different measurements now. I'm looking at toxicology, so we can actually tell a lot in terms of metal exposure and chemical exposure just from the hair. With the blood, we send it to the lab and see a whole bunch of a full blood workup, so we can see how the liver's working, how the kidneys are working. What we want to tell is just that they're doing well and they're doing healthy. We take pictures of the neck because this pattern is only unique to this individual.
Okay. It's like a fingerprint.
Yeah, exactly.
What can you tell me about civets being used in the coffee industry?
There are farms for something called Kopi Kuwak, which is civet coffee. It's basically where a civet will consume a coffee cherry. It will defecate, and then within its feces it'll have a whole bunch of coffee beans. It's supposed to be smoother, higher taste and quality, more fragrant. Unfortunately, they were originally marketed as something that are wild caught, but now there's actually cage-style farms where they're force-feeding civets coffee just to get these coffee beans.
And is that industry in Malaysia?
As far as we know, there are no civet coffee farms in Sabah or Sarawak. It's mostly in Indonesia, but we don't know everything. As demand increases and people just don't know about how cruel this farming industry is, we could be facing a situation that will expand into Malaysia.
When an economic value for an animal is discovered, it is often a curse. Research produced by centres like DGFC help form strategies to protect them from exploitation. Time to release?
Yep, he's ready to go, so let's get him back in the forest.
Okay, how you feeling?
I'm good, I'm happy. We got all the samples we wanted from him, so he's played his part. He's safe, he's sound. Back to the forest he goes.
Congratulations.
Thank you, yeah. And he's off.
And he's off
Good.
now to hopefully provide you with some very valuable data.
He's done his job.
I think maybe you should give him a name.
NCM28. It rolls off the tongue.
You scientists love it. Love your really uncatchy names. See you, buddy.
Bye.